actually it's so I can't cover it all in this. I just need to get on with the meditation. I've got to try and be concise. So as Phoebe and friends used to say, go to your happy place. Oh, well, I can't think of the right word, but it sets off a, oh, what do they call it? Hi everybody, it's the Mindful Delinquent here. So I thought what we might do is every week I thought I'm going to put out a meditation and cover some of the aspects of mindfulness, and also I use the insight meditation method, and I also call on my mindfulness based stress reduction and MBCT training as well as a teacher. So I do a bit of a mishmash, you know, like they do on the DJs. I do that, showing me age. And so what I've done, I'm just sitting at my desk in Mindful Delinquent head office, which is otherwise known as my spare bedroom. So I'm a bit of a short ass, 5 foot and a fag end. And so what I do is I put one of these, it's one of my little box files from Wilco, $4.99. Anyway, I put one of those under my feet because it's good to have your feet on the ground, right? So you're sitting at your desk, you're doing your thing. So we just, you know, and this is what mindfulness is. Or meditation is essentially getting still. It's getting into a state of not doing, and it's hard for a lot of us. I've spoke about that. I talk about that on my website and on my blogs and blah de blah. So, you know, let's just acknowledge first off that for most of us this is kind of an unnatural act. We are turning towards what is very often mildly uncomfortable. Sometimes painful, and we want to avoid that. Yeah, the last place certainly I want to go into, and I think a lot of you might identify with this, is in here. In fact, if you don't identify with it, it might be just that you've never done it, because the minute most people start a meditation practice, they go, shit, you know, you're expecting me to go in here. That's normal. This is normal. This is what it is. So let's put that right out on the tin straight away. The pictures that we see, all those marketing pictures of these sort of kind of people looking kind of beautiful and sitting bolt upright and all blissful, you know, that is not representative of most people's experience. However, it is still worth doing. What I'm going to cover in here is some of the irritations that come up for us when we meditate, or irritations. We can experience them as irritations, but some of the things that we think might be wrong, right? We have an aversion when we get an itchy nose or something. We think, oh God, itchy nose alert, itchy nose alert. What do I do? So I'm going to do a little bit of that. And just for a couple of minutes to give you some ideas of how you can do this yourself at home or wherever, anywhere, at work, in the park. Sit with your handbag, or I don't know, man bag on your lap there. You don't want to get somebody to nick it. Anyway, okay, so that's proliferation of thought there. So, okay, so the first thing we do is just we're just going to take a few deep breaths. To take the breath down into the tummy. So we're coming out of our heads and into the body, out of the thinking mind and into the body by focusing our attention down into the belly. Okay, so then what I like to do is find my place of safe refuge within the body. And that is to say that if it's ever a bit too much, need a happy place to go to. So I go to my hands. It needs to be a place that's reasonably comfortable and quite pleasant. The hands tend to be that, and the feet can be the same. So I'm just going to feel both of my hands from the inside out, one hand at a time. That's important. We don't want to be at this stage trying to include it all in our attention. So just pinky finger first. Going through each finger, Taking my attention finger by finger into the thumb and into the palm of the hand. I'm in my right hand at the moment. And I'm just going to soften. Just saying, okay, here we are in the body. So I'll do the same on the other side. Middle finger, forefinger, thumb inside. Feeling the palm of the left hand and just letting it soften. So for this, we're just going to place our attention on the breath. You can feel it where you want, but if I can suggest you can feel it in the nose or whatever, I like to go down away from the thinking mind. It creates distance. It sets off a relaxation response in the body. So I'm just going to do a couple of breaths. Hope you're still with me. So now we're going to deal with a couple of the obstacles, so to give you some techniques what to happen when this comes. So the first thing is, I'm thinking about, what am I thinking about? I've thought, okay, so what just popped into my head then was, I discovered crystallised stem ginger yesterday, full of sugar, so of course I like it. So I just thought of that, and thought how I shouldn't be eating too much of it. Yeah, so there's kind of, my mind has brought up a problem. Doesn't matter what it is really. So for meditation, and this is the practice, we notice our thought, crystallised ginger. And I can label that thinking. This really helps. Thinking. And then return my attention to the breath. And another thought comes up. Donald Trump. God almighty. So I have an aversion there, judging, aversion thought. Thinking. And I bring my attention back to the breath, which is in my belly, focusing my attention there. So there you go. You see how we do that? Whatever thought comes up, crystallised ginger, too much sugar, fairly innocuous, or Donald Trump, which sets off my reptilian limbic alarm system. I'm too interested in the news. So, okay. So, right, I just scratched behind my knee then. Okay, so we're going to do that together. So that's what happens, doesn't it? The next thing is you might get an itchy nose. You'll all get an itchy nose now. Now you can sit there and tough it out if you want. Notice it might pass. That's never worked for me. But here's another nice technique that you can use. So I've got an itchy nose. I might wait a couple of seconds. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand up, and I'm feeling the air, I'm feeling the movement, so I'm in my hand. I've taken my attention away from the breath in my stomach, and I'm now in the hand as it moves through the air. Do you see that? So by doing this, I'm actually in the present moment, yeah? I haven't broken my meditation. You can't break it really, as long as you're we're with whatever occurs, yeah? So I'm going to move my hand up to my little nose, and I'm going to place my hand on my nose, and I'm going to give it a little scratch. Ooh, nice. Nice. Little scratchy nose situation. And I'm in my fingernail now. I hope you understand what I mean by that. I'm in the present moment. This is mindfulness, okay? This is noticing what is here. And if we notice what's here, we can't help but arrive in the present moment, right? My scratching craving has gone, satisfied. So I'm now going to move my hand slowly back, and I'm feeling the air. Okay, that's how we do it, yeah? It doesn't matter how many times you do it, it doesn't matter. Because whenever we set up a this mustn't happen, it happens. It's called the law of sod. Yeah. So, that's another little thing that can tend to happen. Thinking. So we label what is here. Now what happens to me, for any of you that identify with this, I can get really hot because I'm of a certain age. So I've had this happen before, and I need to take my jumper off. You know, the mind will do that. It will create obstacles. And as long as we meet every single obstacle with an attitude of hello obstacle, hello itchy nose, hello hot flush, and we have an attitude of kindness. Hello, my darling, hello, my friend. Okay, you're here. This is what the Buddha used to call Myra, the visitor, Myra. When Myra came to visit, he used to invite, I don't know if it was him or her, but whatever, for tea. In other words, we're not slamming the door in Myra's face. We're just going, oh, hello, itchy nose. Now, again, what I can do is I won't do it actually because it'd be too disruptive with this, but I can take my jumper off. It really doesn't matter. Actually, do you know what? I flipping am because I am hot. And so I'm feeling it, yeah? I'm feeling the cloth on my skin. It's quite clammy. Like, oh, hello. Hello, skin. Unpleasant feeling on skin. How are you? And I'm removing my sleeve, and I can feel everything as I remove the sleeve, yeah? Oh God, that's nice. So I'm still in meditation, believe it or not. I'm still in mindfulness meditation. Let's get away from this idea that it has to be some unattainable, perfect, lily pad, lotus idea. It's about kindly meeting whatever happens in the present moment. So I think that's enough for today. Just to emphasise, it said one thing, that importance of meeting the whole experience. So I've had an itchy nose. I've had a hot flush, which I have actually. Hot moments, which feels a little bit anxiety. Here, so hello little friend, hello. We speak to ourselves as a loving mother. Maybe you had a loving mother who'd be nice to you when you were not well, or needed a cuddle, or a dad even, of course. We speak to ourselves like that. Okay. just going to take another couple of breaths. I've gone on way too long here. But never mind, it's important. So I'm feeling my toes on my little $4.99 Wilco box. And you know, I'm here, we're here together, here. There we are, and that's it. There we are. So that's how we can meet some of the common obstacles that come up when we do a meditation. Itchy nose, feeling too hot, got to take your jumper off. Thoughts that come up, you know. That's the deal. Unfortunately. I mean, I wish to God it wasn't. I wish I could be straight into nirvana, whatever. But it's actually, what's important here actually, and why it's so important to bring this slightly, you think loving kind, you think, oh, you know, well, if you're like me, just think, oh, people get on my nerves. Because I think it's false. But it's, you know, whatever, it does not matter. The point is the brain responds to the word love, the word kindness. We need to hold it all in that. And as we do this, of course, then we can extend it out to the world. That's so important, and the people around us. Oh my giddy aunt, that's 16 minutes. Anyway, so there we go. There's a nice little meditation for you. Well, I hope it is. And ta-ta for now, and I'll see you soon.